this is going to push out because this is the third live we've done today. I'm sure some of you didn't expect me to come back this evening, but I like to do the nighttime live during the week as well. As we get close to the daily close, by the time I get off, it's usually about 45 minutes or so until the clock flips. And we got to see Jerome Powell come on and talk his nonsense as usual. But basically he told you everything you need to know. Do everything and anything to get out of the dollar is basically what he said. He doesn't care what it is. If you buy crypto, if you buy gold and silver, if you buy the emerging market, he couldn't give a rat's ass. He's just warning you, get out of the dollar. So I think it's, I mean, you're going to have to put your head through a grinder. But, you know, if you didn't see it, you could always watch it. He got presented some dumb award. We skipped that part of it. So, you know, it is what it is. But I, too, am a jackass. I am here to say I am an idiot. Because I had something charted out, as you all know. And I got sidetracked with crypto and commodities. And I stand before you saying, if anybody's ever missed the deal of a lifetime, you're looking at the king crop of the Kurande here. Because I can give you a perfect example how nobody, not even the one you might consider is the best of the best of what I try to do. I too missed a golden opportunity with something I was looking forward to. It did exactly what I wanted, but I didn't give it the credence because I was doing everything else. And I not only missed it here, but I also missed it on the back test, even though I drew it out and put it out exactly what I thought would happen. And I am stupid because I was watching too many things at once. So I stand before you saying it's not just you who misses good opportunity. It is also me, completely oversold in the weekly down there. And the end of September, when we were watching this, or in September, oversold like a sun. And we waited for it to come down here. And now we're off to the races. So now the hope is, because it fills out until December of 26, that it would have to significantly pour back out. But we don't know where the next tap of support is. So that's just a perfect example of you can watch them all, but you can't catch them all. It's not possible. Even if you do know what's about to come, you can still not catch them all for one reason or another. So now that my soul is cleansed for telling you it's not just you, if you feel bad about not catching IOTA or something else, I didn't catch CLSQ and I feel just as bad. So there. Good evening. 6:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. And they came out because they pushed past 1 billion in valuation already. 1 billion. My title today for the live, I said XRP, you haven't seen. I was supposed to see close, but it says you haven't seen close to a top yet. Altcoin market cap, cup and handle says alt season is near. It does. It does. And the best way that I can show you is just something I posted on here, and maybe it'll get some other people to come over to my Facebook side because I can post pictures and stuff easier. Oh, I love what I used for Jerome Powell, too. I thought that was... it tickles me. I love that picture I used for his face, and I plattered the utility tokens all around him. And gold and silver. I don't know how many caught that, but it tickled me when I did it. Let's see. Where was this at? I just put it on there. What, did it not load? Maybe it didn't load. Interesting. Anyhow, I wanted to show that chart, the particular one. Oh, I never posted it. Whoops. Okay, well that makes sense. Oh, now I'll be able to look at it. So I welcome everybody in. Make sure to hit that like button. I believe that we're still... I know a lot of people are losing hope and faith, but you got to remember, we needed that catalyst. We needed a significant liquidity crunch. Like, more than you could ever imagine. Like, I was begging for XRP to tap that 150 liquidity. I was begging it for so long. So, what the hell is going on here, YouTube or Facebook? Oh, probably because it hasn't loaded all the way. Maybe, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But that's the cup and handle, and we can look at the other. But I wanted to show it like this first. And look how it's squeezing in a handle formation. And then we can go into what I would do is look at the total 3. Because you don't want to have Bitcoin and Ethereum included when you're looking at the altcoin market cap. In my opinion. So that's what you're looking at on the other one. So you go to the total 3. Now the others, you can get rid of. I don't know why this is like that. The others are supposed to be underneath. But the others, if you're curious, the difference. So the total is everything beside, or everything. It's everything. It's everything. The total crypto market, it's everything. The total 3 is everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. Others is everything excluding the top 10 cryptocurrencies. So kind of like the fancier ones, so to say. You know, the more compelling or the higher market caps. So in the total 3, I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time. We're just waiting for this cup and handle to break out. And that's where I got these targets over above and ultimately getting to 1.97. And I know we drew it in stupidly, but that was when it was rounding and now it rounded. But the cup and handle, just because I didn't draw it in this one, and we decided to look at it a slightly different way with how it was curving up. And then we made the targets as if I believe we had the cup and handle drawn in, but it's absolutely, that's why we circled the cup, the handle, the breakout areas. It's absolutely set up like that. So I thought it was cool, this chart, the way it's set up. When you went on altcoin market cap, it was shared by Merlin the Trader. That's who it was. Merlin the Trader. So if you're wondering who put this out, it was Merlin the Trader. I knew it showed up good. Bottom right. I was trying to click on it so it would show up, but for some reason it won't let me click on this. So, but it's perfect. That cup and handle, and it was barely even deflected. Like it came through, but it needed to do that for that liquidity. It's such a crunch. Oh, it's such a crunch. I can't even tell you. It really is. I want to let me click on this piece of crap. Facebook's awesome. I told you. We live in a funny times here. Funny times. Anyhow, whatever. But I would be interested in drawing this out. You know, now that we've got the update and know that this, I mean, we already put the handle here with the inside and out, but we can take the outs or the inside out. But fuck. The way that this all did this, why would anybody be scared right now? I just want to honestly know. Are you guys scared? Or are you guys just thrilled that we came through and tested all of this? Not just that, cleared out all the liquidity here. I'll delete all of this. We'll start it over. But I mean, this is big. We needed this so bad. Now, is it going to happen more? That's where we can speculate, but we've had similar setups to where we've had parabolic spikes. I believe we're just about to have the next push up in the total 3, where instead of being in the range of under $1 trillion, now we're up near the $2 trillion. We're going to double this market cap with the next move. And that's everything outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So just do the math. That means everything outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, you got double the market cap, and not everything's going to feed into it. Oh, I don't blame you for buying IOTA. Is that 5 gifted subs? Holy moly. I better get to the comments real quick. Let's get to those gifted subs. Dan Marginal, All the World Stakes, thanks for being in town 3+ months with the XP Meteor. Crypto Cooter, welcome in along with Aaron Reynolds and Joseph Euler. Thank you all 3 of you for being in town for 6+ months with the XP Predictor. And Crypto Cooter for being a very trusted mountaineer in the Telegram. Cape Cod Kyle from Massachusetts, Kyle Kupiak along with Mark Caston. Thank you both for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So Bad. Not forgetting UK Phil, who's also in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So Bad. Great, Paul. Good evening, Joseph Euler. Defined Group, welcome in, and thanks for being a very trusted mod in here and in the Telegram. And both of you in Tom's under 6+ months with the XP Predictor. Defined Group says, hey, everyone, hit that like on the way in. Consider subscribing and joining Tom's Army for the best technical analysis on YouTube. If you are not in the Telegram, you are missing out. Yes, indeed, I concur. Great, Paul. Burn Everything, welcome in. Trading with J Ride, welcome in, and thanks for being one of our most established members of Tom's Army with the XRP Phoenix badge, the most exclusive. It's the 4-year badge. Holy Toledo. As my late grandpa once said, he passed away in 2001. I think he would just say that when he was like, this dumb son of a bitch, but he was a hardcore Italian, so he'd just say, holy Toledo, this guy's a dumb fuck, basically. Copper Bean, welcome in. Ben B. Mosey here, also thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Along with Crazy Pole as well, not to be outshined. Shane, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3+ months with the XP Meteor. Nick, good evening. Robert Latham, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Nick, welcome, I appreciate the compliment. Dylan Tremblay, welcome in. I have NAK. For some reason that sounds familiar. I just don't know. I don't know. It does sound awfully familiar. I could be thinking of a different stock, though. Areli, welcome in, and good evening again. I'm glad to see you back in here. Awesome. I seen you on Facebook as well. And Joseph Euler, Big Dog, XRP, Big Dog, thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3+ months with the XP Meteor. Joseph Euler, I appreciate you being in Tom's Army 6+ months with the XP Predictor and gifting 5 subs. Hashtag gift a sub for Areli, and I see that again. It's eluded Areli, but we will get it eventually. I promise, Areli. I haven't forgot. YouTube randomizes it, but we should type in hashtag gift a sub for Areli, or gift until Areli gets one. But welcome into Tom's Army, not Fibonacci, Ryan Hayes, J Reed Art, and Neo Geo for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And XRP Tribe 33. Oh, yeah, that's a good one to get back in the Army. Thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3+ months with the XP Predictor. I'm glad you got a gifted sub. You deserve it. I like that. Canvas Podcast, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army 6+ months with the XP Predictor, along with Keith Morgan. And Joseph Euler. I think I said thank you to you as well, but I again say thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That's incredibly awesome. Incredibly awesome. Yeah, see, this audience isn't scared. Not scared. Some have, Crypto Cooter said, I'm not scared. One iota. In fact, I've been buying iota. Ha! I love it. I, too, have a substantial bag of iota. At least in my own words. My own mind. Jordan English, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XP589 Moonbeds. The main thing I'm scared of is sitting in this market for another sideways motion with 0 movement. Oh, you're not going to have to worry about that. One way or the other, we're going either parabolic or paradumping. It ain't going to be no strict side. We're getting into the most bullish. See, you seen what happened, right? You all see what happened. And we're all friends here, right? We're all friends. Are we all friends? Yay, nay, I think we're all friends here. So, what happened is everybody was convinced, like they are every year, that September and October is going to be these great bullish months. And year after year, we have to sit here and say these are the most bearish months, yada, 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 especially September. But October, what ends up happening is it may end greener, but all it's doing the whole month is cleaning up the mess of September and what leads into October. No, I didn't know we were going to have a fucking 65% drop across the friggin' board. But it's the typical shit. Now we're cleaning up the mess of October, and then November, no one's going to give a shit. They're all going to say this is all a scam. No one's going to want to buy it. All the perception's going to turn the other way, like it already has. Just from today to a week ago, the perception's so different, and even here. It's good for some. For others, they don't want any more to do with it. I've seen that, and it's also proven with us going back into fear. Imagine that. We're in fear. Could you imagine we're in fear when XRP 1 year ago today was at like 40 something cents. And we have fear when it's at 250. We should all be rejoicing. I'm rejoicing. Haven't you noticed the different aura that I have ever since this liquidation and liquidity happened? Because we were so, I'm not gloating, but our community was so prepared and we had so much liquidity on the side because unlike a lot, we knew we had to stay true to what we knew. And like, I don't know if that rising wedge for Bitcoin is ready to come down just yet. I don't know if it's going to take the next level. But I do know we cleared out a shitload of liquidity for altcoins. And yeah, we could definitely hunt the wick. We could hunt the wick. But what if that wick was actually the retest of the old wicks prior to this whole breakout? Like, I go back, and a big example is IOTA. Like, everybody thinks it's just going to melt down back, right? The problem with that synopsis is we legitimately came back down for the first time since 2020 into that 7 cent area again. For the first time. I don't even remember the last time we were down in that. Never. We were a clear 25% up from here. And it had that unbelievable clear. It's legitimately cleared out every single gap you could think of and created the uptrend. Anything short of what I just seen there with IOTA is spectacular. It's spectacular. I'm still picking my jaw off the floor. Actually, I think in layman's terms, I'm picking my dick off the floor still, and I can't seem to find the way to pick it up because it keeps falling back. And I'm sorry for saying that because there's kids and everybody watching and yada yada. And I have them in my own house, so I probably should say picking my jaw off the floor. But you get it. That inverse head and shoulders to me in the all-time scope, is that little wick enough to say, oh, it's invalidated, or is it just that? We've got this, we've got this, we've got this, with a liquidity, which at the end of the week, I mean, in the day, it was still just a wick. It was already back above. That's one of the craziest things. If this pushes up, it's going to provide the liquidity to come all the way up. Now, could it come back down here and melt down and then come up? Sure it can, but it still creates the same liquidity. Oh, if you know, you know. If you've been through this, you've been through it. And I'll tell you, if it breaks down, you've heard it here first, like I've said. You don't want this to break down, because if this whole thing just is done and we don't go into an Altseason, you're going to see the most ridiculous, mindfuck, worst possible crypto winner, and every single token in front of us is going to be worth 9/10 less than it is now, which means if it's worth $1, it's worth 10 cents. And that means XRP would go in this crypto winter to retest something it hasn't done since 2020 at 10.2 cents. You heard it here. So let's not go down that path yet, because we're probably going to have to face it at some point. But can we get paid first before ultimate regulations? Don't you understand? I'm going to get paid, god damn it, before these regulations. Excuse my French. But I want to get this final payoff before the old regs of 28. Can we understand what I'm trying to say? I think so. With that being said, I should probably not be so noisy, but I'm trying to make a point here. You know, every time I get loud and try to make a point during a live, don't you remember what happens? My point is being made for a reason. So I just want to be paid before we end up getting all these regulations. That's it. Because 28 is going to change the game after the end of Trump's presidency. Not because he's gone. It's by design. But when they start to implement all this nonsense. So we've got a big window here. And a lot of people just gave up and gave us an opportunity. 1.8 million traders plus now were liquidated. Plus. There's been so much liquidity changing hands. Back to the exchanges. Back to the big fish. That now we have a chance. Big chance. Big chance. I'm going to take my little vitamins here because I need them. I forgot to take them earlier and I need them. That's the important one, because that's my essential amino acids. But yeah. Hey, Tom. Proton. Who just... Somebody's been... I feel like I'm being sent a gift. Like, don't forget about this. Just send it. All right. Proton. XPR. I'm so very proud in one aspect, and there's many more of this audience that I'm proud of, but there's one aspect I'm very proud of. Do you know what this audience has done? And this isn't just me. We've not only discovered the token that the central bankers want to use for their particular banks across the world, which is XRP. We've discovered the token that the credit unions want to use amongst us, which is honestly, it's unbelievable to say it, but it's Proton XPR. And I know a lot of people think it's a scam and they're playing off of the XRP and put it back. I think that's by design as well. Look how many people dismiss it by saying, oh, it's just a copycat coin. It's actually got a little deeper tail, and I went into some deep dive with this one. And it's, again, one of those cases of I've got so much friggin' stuff. And I've been charting this one out for years. I got to remember the chart. Oh my God, look at that cup and handle. That's an all-time cup and handle. That sucks, though, that it's so much higher. But December, 1.3. But it had a substantial, like, think about when we were talking about this not too long ago, actually. And you're right. It's actually where it's at right now in comparison to where most are recovering from this last drop. This has come down. Holy fuck. Okay, so that had a substantial drop from the last time we've been talking about this. Oh, it absolutely. Excuse me. We absolutely have had a significant return. What the hell was this chart I was using? Because it used to be hard to find. Like, oh my God, this is a beautiful one. We're going to use this one. Oh my, look how far back this goes. This is fantastic. I like this chart a lot. Yeah. Oh man. I like these when they're like this. This to me just seems like it's back casting a cup and handle. And then it can move up to the actual top layer. So that's like 1.5. Where are we at in the daily? Oh my lord. I love it when you guys bring me these when they look like this. I always say, you son of a bitch. In a good way, though. I digress. It intrigues me because of what happened with the credit unions. It really does. XPR credit. I mean, I'm sure I can do a simple what the hell is all this crap? No, I don't want to add an address. Jesus Lord. No, I don't want to do XPR Pro token. I'll just say to Power credit unions. How about that? Let's see. Oh, I wish somebody would just share it with me. Let me just type in XPR because it's going to be a... Let's see. I'm moving too fast with my eyes. I'm sorry, I got to get off of Proton. But it's interesting. It was out here. There was news. There was news. Let's see. People are starting to notice just how unstable and oh, how usable and fun, blah, blah, blah. Somebody might talk about it. I got time today. But nonetheless, it's out there. I wasn't expecting to talk about it, but, that's how it goes. Frankie Fresh, welcome in, and thanks for being in town on your 6+ months with the XP Predictor. Hope your hand's doing good. Hope Janine's doing very well. Give her my love. Oh, and by the way, Golden Cross here, back testing the 200-day. Oversold in the weekly, massively oversold in the daily. 4 hourly's pushing up. There could be an opportunity and a half here. Definitely looks like it's behind what the rest of them have already done on the pushback. Man, that's pretty, if I was a trading algorithm, I'd say that's almost too perfectly by design. Look at that. Cup. Where the hell's my drawing tool? I hate all these updates. with trading view. It was so easy when I first started on YouTube. Any idiot could do it. Even I could do it. Now, not so much. So I mean, if I was somebody, and then you even look at this, little W in there too, low inverse head and shoulder. I mean, if I was doing this for a cup handle, inverse head and shoulders within that handle, I mean, then you're like, well, where's it gonna go, Tom? I want to know where's it gonna go. We already know where it's gonna go because you measure the depth of the cup. Well, we'll do the handle because we're gonna measure the cup or the hand. Where the hell is the top of this? We're going to measure the depth of the handle. We're going to give ourselves a precise target when we actually break out. That's going to be our first layer. Yeah, see, Proton's going to get right back up there. But the beauty of this is it's not just a handle, folks. That might be where it consolidates. Oh, but we got a little bit higher to go here. And this should get us up to the top. Close. But we're going to eventually come up here. That's a big... Oh, well, you know what? That's not too far off. Yeah, that's right there. That's perfect. I like that a lot. There's some substantial movement to come here. And this is under a penny still. And I know. I get it. Trust me. I get it. You're not getting it down here. I get it. It's not at 001. It's not at 003. It's at 005. My God, if we already missed it, right? But when it's up at 1.5, when it comes back up, it's going to. With all this news that's coming out, there's no doubt in my mind it's building this for a reason. I mean, this is almost a prototypical cup formation. Now, could it not happen? Sure, it could not happen. But are you willing to take that chance? I am not a financial advisor, nor do I pretend to be one here. I just give you my charts and my interpretation of what I'm seeing. And right now, nobody knows if this is going to break down a little bit farther, because what you could have happen is it could have a measured movement down here. Let's take this out. Let's connect the dots. We would not really want it to break down a lot farther than this 200-day set little area. But, you know, you never know. We don't know. It could come down here. You don't really want it to break down much farther. And you want to see this 200-day ride out in the daily. Weekly's right there as well. I think this is a fair perception of what we're seeing. And it's set up pretty fucking nice right now. I'm not going to lie. That 50% dump is exactly what it needed. It's unbelievable. Because I remember when we were talking about it not too long ago. It was way overbought in the weekly. And that was our only concern. I think even into August, September, it was still way overbought. That was the perfect liquidity style event. So if you were here when this news started coming out in September and you're like, man, and now you see a 50% drop, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe I should be paying attention here. It was at 008 and now it's at 005. You know, so I know some people, XPR, where can you buy it? So I know for sure, you can buy it, and it's awesome because a lot of the exchanges didn't have it. And I believe, I want to make sure before I say it. I believe the one that gave us the grace with Proton, which one was it? Was there any that gave us grace with Proton? Honestly, I think it might have been BitUnix, which is a pain in the ass because of it's like literally one of the harder ones. Yeah, it was BitUnix that had it out of all of them. So that's the tricky element there, which kind of sucks. Yeah, that one's harder to find. So, and I can't buy it on TOOBIT. I can't buy it on WeX. It's on BitUnix. I don't remember if it's on the futures market on any of these. I don't think it is. No. I was going to say they're not on there. So, honestly, it's hard to find it. So, but that doesn't make it nonetheless that it could make a move. So yeah, I'm glad I got to cover that for a minute. But that's why I don't usually cover it more, because it's just so hard to try to find it. But there's an opportunity there. Bet Unix, it's definitely on there. Oh man, I didn't save it on here. But it's definitely on Bet Unix. If you're already on there, but yeah, obviously you got it with your own risk. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. We'll definitely keep an eye on this, because it's definitely in an interesting spot. There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt about that. But let's go back into our personal crypto with XRP. I mean, we've done exactly what we needed to do to clear that liquidity out. Like, I am so comfortable where we're at right now. So much more comfortable than 2 weeks ago. Just because you're sitting here saying, well, how are we going to possibly move up when that weekly is so overbought? We needed some kind of catastrophic event to clear it out but not break the spirit of the pattern. Like, here, let's delete this so that we don't have to keep... Well, the problem is we kind of want to... We do... Nah, fuck it. I want to do something. I want to show you why that's important. But I got to get rid of all this shit on the inside. Because even though we're within this broadening wedge that confirmed it to us with these drops, and every chart is different. This chart, I love this chart because it was our, you know, this descending consolidation that we're in. And I overextended that now just to prove a point that if this broke down, it targets that really low target down there that we've never gapped back down to, but we're not supposed to. At this point of the game, the point is we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to break down here. It's not time. That's later. Right now, it's our job to finish and pay this off. When what I mean is, everybody, even the idiot who got stuck here, the ones, not idiot, but the unfortunate soul that didn't know any better, that got stuck way back here, they're the ones that got stuck right. It's all. Everybody should get paid, no matter if you were from day one, day you're gonna be stuck for a while, day we thought we had hope and we fell back through, day oh my god we suffered a 60% drop and how is this but you're still here. Every single person in here should at least 1x almost, no matter where you bought it. With how much liquidity is built up here, I'm just saying. I don't make the rules. I'm comfortable. So should you be. If I become uncomfortable and I tell you I'm uncomfortable, I'll tell you. But XRP hasn't looked this sexy to me since that breakout in November. Or before that breakout in November. With potential. Because I know it's doing exactly what it needs to do to push us through. It really is. And everybody's getting scared. They're telling you to wait. Don't make a move. I mean, come on now. If the same positioning, you don't even just think of you. If you were buying stuff before that dip, reevaluate and look and be like, why would I buy it when it was up there? But then I was afraid to buy it on a 60% drop, and then I just let it bounce back. And now I'm considering buying. Ask yourself why you did that. That's a learning experience, a big one. I used to do that all the time. Like, look, I just showed an example. Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm an asshole. I watched LAES when I talked about it when it was way over here getting rejected. And I said I was going to wait, and I talked about it again here, and I said I was going to wait for this. It hit what I said. Not paying attention, not even giving it the credence. It comes up, and then I watch it again, and I come on live and say, well, the back test here, if you missed it, we could buy it again at 370 or 365, for them ride it up to 750 or even 8. Still didn't buy it because I'm an idiot. But now I'm looking at it in the weekly saying I'm not going to FOMO because I'm going to own this. But now it's up to this to show me where the consolidation comes back. You might not get it at 250 or 3 or 8. You're not getting it at 8. You don't want it at 8. Unless it breaks through, then you might be fucked. But the weekly's so overbought now. What we're hoping for now is an outright crash. Give us 50% back. You went up so fast. You know you got to do it. And give us some grace here. But I'm saying, everybody does this, even me. I'm not a wizard, I'm human. Sometimes I'm not in touch with my emotions because I was so focused on the metals And you know what the ironic part is? It was all because I was paying attention to Dolly Varden. The ironic part is Dolly Varden's paid me $1 a share so far in returns. I could have bought this for the same freaking price basically, and it would have paid me $4 back, and I could have just sold it and went it back into Dolly Varden initially for its first investment. But you know, sometimes you're like, hey, this has to do this, but it's like, hey, it did do that. Why weren't you focused? I don't know, because I got 871 different charts in 4 different markets, but that's on me because that's not an excuse. That's just saying everybody makes mistakes. And then you don't want to FOMO in because, trust me, I do want to FOMO in, but I'm not going to. And then when I come back here and say it's $76 a share because it's a semiconductor AI front and so much more, yeah. I'm proud, though. We were right about that son of a bitch right there. I know we were. Up to a $1 billion valuation, and here I am holding my hands. Hey, everybody. Joy McCaffrey, thanks for being in Tom's on for 6+ months with the XP Predictor. Also for being a donation. Sent a $20 donation as well. Holy smokes. That is extremely generous. You said, hi, Tom. What about XDC and DGB? Where you see them going this cycle? Are we still buying XDC? Absolutely, XDC. I can't talk about DGB again today. I think it's going to do fine. It brings too much heart and heartbreak to me, Mr. McCaffrey, because of what happened, and I don't want to always go over the story. With what happened with the wallet that they tell you to use right on their website through their blockchain, yada, yada. There was just a whole big mess. Fortunately, I found the creator of that wallet. And they were able to get my stuff back, but you're talking about I had 2 million tokens that nobody seemed to give a shit about, that I didn't have access to within the community. So it was a devastating kick to the nuts, if I tell you what. So I said I tried to hold it separate, but it just doesn't feel the same, especially when I started to see some of the back channels and see how some things were handled. It doesn't feel good to me anymore. So I took that dedication and that mindset. And I went deeper into Algo, IOTA, XDC, and I was able to just do some things. That was a lot of capital I got to work with. And fortunately, it happened before all these drops, so it's a lot. And all that money is basically just sitting on the side. What was nothing sitting on the sidelines, except for what, $3,000 to $5,000 now. So, and that's by virtue of I don't like to spend all my money at once. I like to see what's going to happen on some things, but I put so much. It just. Yeah. But we can definitely look at XDC for sure. I love XDC. I'm ever so much climbing on my journey to 200,000 tokens. Still got a little bit to go. I got about 25% or 30% more to go, roughly. But XDC, I'm freaking happy with what happened. Really happy. Let me just get rid of all this, because this was all the speculation, and then it rounds down, and where I had it circled. That was just speculation, and then it fell within there. Nobody was saying it was going to happen that quick. We were just saying because we move it by the day. And now you can see this back test. Is this an early outlier to the rest of the market? As we're pushing in, I would suggest with XDC that this is a buying range. That you buy this every single day as it breaks down. Even if it goes to 2.9, you don't have to shoot your wad if you don't want to. And I'm not suggesting it's going to go to 2.9, but it could. But this is technically the zone where you'd want it to start showing some structural hold. You know, you want to start to see some kind of a structural formational hold here. Let me get rid of all this bullshit. A lot of this is for the micro noise. Like now I've been looking in the weekly more. This micro noise, I don't give a rat's ass about right now, because I think now the micro is going to fuck everybody when they should have been paying attention to it before that big drop. Now it's time to pull it out to the macro. You just had the micro drop. Now it's time to pull it out. When in doubt, pull it out. And that goes for more than just charting. Although in that event, when in doubt, keep it wrapped. Or when in doubt, stay away. You know? But this is not this is what you do with your schlong or your, you know, I'm not a woman, but you get it. Although if I was in this day and age, you'd have to respect me. Let's see. Let's clear this out. I know there's a lot of shit, but it's in the weekly. It's in the weekly. I know I'm not for everybody. But we have a special collective group here, so if you stick around, I think, or if you've made it through this far, I think you can already understand why it's so important what we do. Not just me, but with everybody. I can't do this all. I remember when we first started talking about CLSQ and I was talking about the company, and I'm like, there's no way anybody's going to know this. And I started just talking about it because I couldn't remember the name, and I was getting a little frustrated because I just wanted to talk about it. I just couldn't think of the name, and then somebody just commented about it. They're like, oh, I know what you're talking about. And then they put the symbol, and I'm like, oh my God, you do know what I'm talking about. Like, look at this community, a beautiful thing. That's why we can use our collective mind for good. Look how much stuff, because we have, by God's grace, to be together. And fortunately, we're not scumbags here. Hold on, I want to draw this. And let me get back to my scumbag. But fortunately, we're not all scumbags here. So we can actually do this the right way for abundance for all of us. So that's an important step here. That you don't get that grace everywhere. Weekly suggests that we should not fall out of this. That weekly is so significantly oversold. I think we're about to get a gift here. This pattern, it's heating up. We need to come up to 13.7 at some point. Yes.
5 minutes.
Yes. What's T doing, shaking head? Vigorously or just?
No, he's awake though.
Oh, okay. Julie, somebody gifted 5 subs. Somebody donated $20, Joey McCaffrey. Who gifted 5 subs? Let's see. I gotta go up because it was way up here. Joseph Euler gifted 5 subs. And then we just got a $10 donation from Trading with J-Ride. Thank you for the $10 donation. And also in Tom's over 4+ years with the XRP Phoenix Bat says, I'm Tom and I'm an asshole. It's true. And Julie knows I like LAES. Damn it, I've been talking about it for months. I'm so mad, Julie. I'm such an idiot.
Poor Tom.
Poor Thomas. He thought he had a good deal and he did. But he just couldn't pull the trigger. Here, let me see that. This is Thomas waiting for LAES to come back down. This is going to be me waiting for this company to come back to where I want it. Unfortunately, the mouth is right, too. I'm going to be waiting a while. He's praying. Please. But, you know, it's going to probably take a while. He's my friend now. I'm wearing the skull cap of shame. Can I even get him to stay on my head? This is the skeleton of shame. This is what you have to wear this when, especially on Halloween, when you make stupid decisions. He won't stay, but he's the skeleton of shame. I think he's sad, though. He doesn't want to be the skeleton of shame. He wants to be the one of good grace. So he's going to sit here. You can sit here. He's our new friend. He's going to sit here with us. He's going to remind us of what we did with LAES. I know. I'm sorry, man. We had the chance and we blew it. I know. We'll get your skin back in the game somehow, some way. I promise. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. Is it too early? You're pretty skinless there, sir. Edgar, have a good evening, my friend. You are welcome. Have a good evening. I'm glad that you're in here. Jessica Garcia, welcome in, love, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 4 years with the XRP Phoenix badge. Holy Toledo, is there 3 people now in the 4 years plus? Oh my. Yes, John Matrix, retail is losing hope fast. I love it. Oh, I love it. Ooh, you smell that? Ooh, opportunity. When was the last time you've honestly seen me this positive in crypto? Be honest. When was the last time until that drop happened when I was very bubbly because of the buy-ins we got? Very bubbly. What do you, when was the last time I was talking like this? November? December? November 24th? I like it. I would have already gotten some XPR if it was available on more exchanges. But I do understand that I can buy it on BitUnix because I do keep roughly $3,000 on there just in case at any given time. But if I need to use it, I'll send it somewhere else in a heartbeat or buy the token that I want from there and send it to either TOOBIT or WeX or whatever the case may be. I only send my stuff if like I'm not selling it for. It's gonna take a while for stuff because right now I don't see any possible reasoning that I would have to sell anything now. Like I have my XRP that I have at 34 cents. I have like IOTA now at 8.9 cents or 8.6 cents. You know, I've got Algo at 13 and some change. I've got XLM that added 10,000 tokens for a steal now. They have over 20,000, which is what I was wanting. Because I sold off 10 when it was up at the top of the January run, and then I never bought the 10,000 back, so that was a gift. To get banned at 37, I just don't see why I would have to. If it goes lower, we know we're in a lot of fucking trouble. So there's always that too. That like getting it at right at 0.00029 or 28. I can't see why I would. I don't see any reason. There's a lot of things like, or Epic getting it at 72 on average. I don't see really any reason why. I'm like this is the time now when everybody's panicking and trying to reposition and trying to figure out what they just missed or if they have missed something or if there's something to go further. They're not taking it out farther. Now everybody's just so in the micro. When they were in the macro before, you should have been in the micro. This is the thing. Now you shouldn't be in the micro. Get yourself out of the micro and get back in the macro. That micro was exactly what it was meant to do. Liquidate very quickly. I mean, how many more people do you want them to liquidate? There was 1.8 million people initially liquidated. I don't know how many people today got liquidated, but it was substantial again. Let me see if Gemini knows. I don't want to do any real legwork tonight.
The largest recent cryptocurrency crash occurred a few days ago. Data from several reports based on CoinGlass indicates that over 1.6 million crypto traders were liquidated in the 24 hours following the recent major market drop. I do not have the real-time, minute-by-minute data to give you the exact number of crypto traders liquidated specifically today, October 14th, 2025.
So we'll figure that out once they become more available, but I want to look, so it's amazing. It's amazing. Where can we buy IOTA? Easiest way, perfect way. WeX. Video description below and our pinned comments, there's a link. I buy it on WeX, and I was able to buy it at 8.6 cents. And I've shown the proof. I did a little, I like WeX because when I sell, it's perfect. When I buy, it does it the way I want. But it's not my A1 exchange. I just use it because of mainly IOTA. It's the only thing I hold on there is IOTA, to be honest. I actually like, TOOBIT better because during the high times of volatility, which WeX did fine. But look at the exchanges, and I tell everybody this every time there's a bad event that happens. Look at the exchanges, and then see which ones worked. Like TOOBIT, flawless. With all of that liquidity moved around, it was perfect. I bought Algo, I bought Epic, I bought, what else did I buy on there? Something else. The exchange was never down for a second. No bullshit. No liquidity problems. You know, same thing with WeX. This is what you want to see. BitUnix even had a problem, believe it or not. But yeah, so IOTA. I bought these on WeX. So I sold it on the 10th at 11:28 a.m. 40,045 tokens for $6,979. The fee was $6.97, as you can see in real time. When I bought it back, what was that, 8 hours later roughly, I paid $6,906 for 8.59 cents. I ended up getting 80,326 tokens back. for $90 less or $80 less than I sold the 40,000 tokens for. I doubled it and added another couple hundred. And then the fee was 80.3 iota, which if you know, it comes out to 8.5 cents times 80. So it was like $6. So it cost me about $13, $14 to buy and sell. Almost $7,000 worth of iota. That's how cheap, and remember, that's the highest time of volatility you could imagine, and my fee was $6. So if you're looking for an exchange, that's exactly how TOOBIT was as well. And those are both in the pinned comments and video description below in this very chat. Bye, Scarlett. I'm proud of you. I'll see you on Thursday. She's gonna be in a play. Her first step on stage to a future celeb status in her own mind. She wants to be like on stage, theatrics and stuff. She's really good with that stuff. But anyhow, so find the exchanges. So I encourage you. And if you want to copy trade me, I don't know which token. I know Linnea, but probably, I don't know which token it's going to be. But one of them we're going to copy trade. There's only 3 people copy trading me so far on TOOBIT. I've already tested it out before everybody was in there, so I know what I'm doing on there. And once we do it, we do it. And it's just, you're going to ride through the rally. That's it. Or the downfall. I know, I wish TOOBIT did too, but guess what? That's what Kraken's for. Kraken's for XDC, my friend. It is. And then I have XLM on there because it sits with XDC, and I have Band on there. Those are the 3 that I have on Kraken. And they're fine. It's a little, the fees aren't terrible either. It's just you have to get in the right volatility and actually understand what you're looking at. Some people get confused because they have XDC and USD. They have it in USDC. They have it in USDT. They've got it in, like, you'll see it in the different, like, EU. So you gotta pay attention. I've been in the community 5 months, but my emoji is 3 months. Yeah, there's, listen, my friend Big Dog, 3 months plus. So the emoji badge, and you can literally go to the membership tab and it'll tell you why. The first month is the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. The second month is the Dusty Dotto's crypto news. The third month is the emoji badge, or the XRP meteor. 4, 5, and 6, or 4 and 3, 4, and 5, it doesn't upgrade until month 6 now, after month 3. Month 6 is the XRP predictor. After that, 7 through 11 doesn't do anything. It takes until 1 year to get the next badge, which is the I Told You So badge. Then for that, for 1 entire year, you have to wear the same badge because that's how YouTube does it. Then at the 2-year badge, you get the XRP 589 Moon badge. Then again, you'll be astounded, my friend, you have to wear that same badge for 1 whole year again until the 3-year badge, which is the what's the XRP Diamond Hands badge. And then once again, to even the dismay of my good friend Skellington, you see how shocked he is, you have to wait again 1 whole year to get the XRP Phoenix badge. And it might surprise you to the core. And everybody listening, now we have to wait 1 whole year until we get that elusive, exclusive, all-inspiring 5th anniversary badge. And it might just be me finally bashing my head through the wall. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just having a little fun, Big Dog. But that's why. So I know you throw your hands up and shrug. But that's the best damn answer I can give you on why. I don't know. Ask YouTube why that's the case. I'm not sure. But I hope that resonates. I know, Big Dog. I was just having fun with explaining it because I too think it's stupid. I don't know why YouTube does it. But then again, it would get a little complicated if we had one every single month, I guess. Not only leverage traders, but people who had spot on exchanges with stop losses got triggered. And if they were in profit, now it's a taxable. Oh, absolutely. That's why I don't like stop losses at all. Period. Because the exchanges do target it. And it's not just the losses for futures. It's also, like Shane said, that's spot on. Think about it. You bought XRP. Let's say you bought it at $3 and you put a stop loss at $1.25. You said, I'm done. I can't do it any lower than that. Like, and then it comes down and taps it, and then it just has a 120% rebound or 100. It's crazy. I've thought about the Sunny Days badge. I really have. That would be an exclusive 5-year because it would take time to get the Sunny Days badge. I didn't want to put it out until it was. I said it in the beginning. I didn't want it to be an early badge. I wanted it to be something with meaning. But a 5-year is an anniversary badge. Skeletor is powerless in Tom's hand. I mean, look at his face. You know what he's been waiting for? He's been waiting for the US dollar to outpace gold for a very long time. In fact, he's given all of his skin to the game. I leverage trade and now I have no skin left in the game. Don't be like me. Damn it, I have no skin from leverage. You know what the good news about not having any skin? I wasn't part of the historic crypto liquidation. Ah! So anyhow, guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta go. My son is waking up. It's my third live of the day. Julie, this is taking Scarlet, so I need to. I'm gonna need to go. But we'll sing Sunny Days. We will sing Sunny Days. We will sing Sunny Days indeed. And I apologize because I got nothing left. Got nothing left. Hey, Julie. You already got her there? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? Ladies and gentlemen, the sunny days are here again. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. Oh, sunny days. Oh, what a day. I wear glasses 'cause I can't see a motherfucking thing. Happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, what a day. Oh, happy days. Oh, that is not what it looks like. Accelerate will reign supreme. Let's just not get caught in the FUD. Oh, we're gonna crash and we did and we will and we won't and they said it can't and we did and we will and we won't and what the hell is going on and we can and we will and we won't and we can and we will and we won't. Oh yeah. Stay true. Stay blessed. You gotta work with what you got. Take a piss on Bitcoin. The biggest Ponzi scheme of them all. I guess we'll just roll with it, but that was not meant to be a penis. I promise. Hold your keys. What does that say? Hold your keys to your crypto. I like this one. He might even be sweating a little bit here. But he's definitely liking his life. That could be his hand. Well, I don't know. It's just weirdly positioned. But that is Bitcoin under here. It's big FUD, blah, blah, blah. I gotta go. I'm having fun, but I gotta go. Be blessed, everybody. I don't think this will be the badge, but you never know. I got a lot to pick from. I got a lot.